Good morning to everybody. This is just amazing that we have so many people here, but looking at the final work, I think it's obvious why we're here. This is an incredible tradition in Avon Lake to have an airplane like this in the city. It's too bad that we couldn't have it in the original site, but I think we did pretty well, cooperation with everybody involved. Of course, this is Nick Zangus and Nick Yarum did a yeoman's work getting this together, plus other people from Beckett Industries also. And also, we have to remember, anytime you get an Eagle Scout award, you have to take one step back and look for the parents, because they are an important part of this. So John and Julia Zangus, thank you so much for your work over the last 4 years to make this possible. The Historical Society is another amazing group. We've got members right here: Chuck Fye, Carol Miners, Sherry Spencer, Tony Tomnick, he's the head honcho, and Sandy Guerin is also with us. And who did we miss here, Tony?
I think that's it.
Okay, then your wife Kathy, of course, is an important part of this. So we heard about this about 3 or 4 years ago. And frankly, I was a bit skeptical. I thought that is well beyond the capacity of what we could do, what an Eagle Scout could do, but I was proven wrong, and boy, am I glad I was wrong. There's been tremendous cooperation among the various entities, the Historical Society, of course, Nick and his family, and there's a guy named Nick Yarum who also played an important role. Nick, thank you so much for what you've done here. I think Nick, Eagle Scout Nick, if we could call him, will agree that Nick Yarum was a tremendous, important person in making this reality. Being very brief, I'm going to mention one little story. There's a former Avon Lake employee who has retired, and I got a call from him 2 weeks ago. And he was all excited and happy like a kid at Christmas. And he said, I just drove by Miller Road Park and saw the airplane. When he was a young kid, he had family members who lived on Highland and Lake Road, and he used to enjoy walking by the airplane, going to the Kekic gas station to get candy. And so this was an incredible, wonderful memory for him. And I think many of you who are longtime Avon Lakers also have stories like that that make it very, very special. I'd like to thank the Kekic family for all they have done, and I'm sure that they are enjoying this perhaps more than all of us are, because it's such a wonderful family history and memory. To read about the story, I'm sure avonlake.org and Historical Society will give you the information on the history of this plane. We won't cover that here because that would take a while. So I want to thank you all for coming. This is a fitting memorial to a tradition in Avon Lake, and this is really going to be a site created in our history that people will visit. It was suggested by Kathy that maybe when people graduate from Avon Lake High School or a prom, they'll come down here, they'll do the lake shot, but they'll also get the thing by the airplane too. So I think that's really a neat thing. Thank you all.
Thanks, Mayor. Sir from Mayor Zilka.
Thanks, Mayor. I want to introduce the reason, there's so much, as I was trying to put my thoughts together, this is indeed a community project, but the focus of this was a young gentleman that I met about 2 years ago and his family, Nick Zangus. Nick has been working hard, and COVID kind of put a wrench in the gear, if you will, because all of a sudden the plan of June as an erection and a dedication date got postponed. So Nick is now getting ready and he's working, and so it's become very complicated. But our Eagle Scout candidate, I'd like to introduce him, Nick Zangus.
I'm so proud to be able to do this for the community. I know this project means so much for so many people. I'm proud to bring it to life. I want to thank all the small businesses and individuals who have made this possible, especially Northern Hammerworks, Grassa Automotive, Concrete and More, Out on a Limb Tree Service, Avon Lake Sheet Metal, Hasher and Hasher Machining, Mike Crawl Artwork, and Thacker Welding. We've got a gift over here. If we have a representative from each of those businesses come up to take that at some point today. I would also like to thank Tony Tomnick, Nick Yarum, Sherry Spencer and Mrs. Jennifer Fenderbosch for their personal contributions and guidance to the project. I really appreciate it. Just want to thank the city of Avon Lake as a whole, both the municipal government and the people within it, for their enthusiasm for this project and bringing it all together to make it possible. Thank you so much. Thank you, appreciate it.
For those people who are here, Mike Kroll, Nick Yarum, all the people who helped build this, would you just come up here a minute, please? All the folks, Mike, Nick, Skip, where you at? Anybody else that I didn't recognize? Chris Grassa, Frank Landell, Dave Hall. Folks, these people donated, and I just did a rough estimate, 10 grand in time and labor to make this airplane fly today. And that was them, all right? Our community actually donated another roughly $1,000 for the plaque that you're going to hear. Sherry's going to take the microphone in a moment, and she's going to read the inscription on the plaque. But without these gentlemen, without Avon Lake and the city, I can't say enough about the members of the city that did this beautiful landscaping. It's been a great relationship, and I continue to hope, I look forward to it going that way in the future. So, Kathy, you want to give them each a sack? We've got a few gifts, but nothing as much as you gave us. So, thank you. I want to introduce a good friend and Avon Lake's historian. More than any person probably on the planet, Sherry Spencer knows more about Avon Lake. And she kindly donated her time to write the inscription that's on this rock.
This airplane replicates the iconic model of aviator Charles A. Lindbergh's 1927 Spirit of St. Louis that once graced Kekic, Avon Lake's only gasoline filling station. The original model plane disappeared when the station closed. The recreation of this tribute to solo transatlantic flight celebrates both local and national history and is the gift of Eagle Scout Nick Zangus.